that? Give it a second for the stream delay. Close that. And then I searched this again because I honestly forgot. Size. Real quick, make sure that it's the right. Oh yeah, it was this one. 1920 1080. Is this the same kind of thing? Because I actually don't know. I'm not super good with like how big something is in terms of like if I resize that, does it fit? It does not fit exactly. I don't want it to just be super blurry either. That doesn't really look bad, I don't think. That doesn't look bad. Let me pull up the Abba Baron pictures because actually, where is her skin? Because I honestly need to redo it a little bit. I don't know where it is. I'm guessing it is. Oh, it's right here. Oh. Actually, let me search this by alphabet real quick. Alphabetically, because I saw it just there. View, sort by name. This is a PNG. Yeah. I think this is not helpful. But it's roughly symmetrical is what it's supposed to be. This is not helpful, but this is where the original skin there. Like, I've made up lore and stuff for her, but I just sort of want to draw her, like, either sitting on the block or, like, passed out on the Amogus. One of the two. I'm bad at scaling. If I make her about as big as the villager, the villager being there is actually a good sense of scale. That's actually a pretty good sense of scale. Mm-hmm. Maybe someday I'm gonna go into, like, the actual Minecraft Begin editor and change this in accordance to the details that I myself have added in this iteration. Like the, like the pupils, for example. Because I do think that's cute. I do think that's cuter. Eh. And the nose is longer. I could make it longer, because I'm guessing she probably doesn't even look like the capybara that she's supposed to be. But I don't really care. Okay. I'm gonna figure this out. Alright, I turned music on and then forgot to actually continue it. Everything else is good? I think everything else is good. As usual, I'm playing this because I meant after last stream to find more music to play, but I spaced. No, they both have 3. I think my desktop sound is too loud. That's it. Okay, this side just sort of attaches to her head, and this side goes boink. Not that I think the consistency matters as much, because I'm sort of just drawing her in the frame. That was like... There we are. In fact, I'll just let her just draw her on top of this villager. Although I think, granted, I make her cape a little bit longer in this than I think it's even in the skin. Although it's supposed to be sort of like, oh, it's a tattered cape that she's using as a scarf kind of deal. Though I don't think that's ever going to be super obvious without, like, me saying that out loud. Because that's just, like, my Minecraft skin lore. I think I said in one of the streams that I first started playing Minecraft on the Xbox version with my brother. And I'm not really someone who really enjoys split screens in general. I feel, like, nervous, like I can't see things. But I think we both ended up using the, like, default... Because the Xbox version has a bunch of default skins. And I think we both used the one that was, like, the default capybara skin. And then when I have the computer, I was like, I really want to make my own skin, but I based it off of this one just because, I don't know, it was familiar and nostalgic and stuff. Am I missing anything right now? Arms are so difficult. Minecraft players wiggling their arms a bunch when they walk. I could have her, like, sitting on this block, sort of looking at the camera. That sounds cute. Okay, let me draw over that again. With the new intention here. And she can sort of be leaning back. That gives me something for her arms to do. How far down do the ears go? They do go, like, to the middle of her head. Yeah, that's cute. I like that. Was it 2? 3 tufts. It was 3. I think it's 3 everywhere, right? 3 claws. 3 things on the back. No, it's 3 in here, 2 in there. 3, 3. 1, 3, 3. Yeah, there's a lot of 3s. A lot of 3s and 2s. Nothing really is in more than that. I'm sure I'll make it even tinier print when I actually get there. Or a tinier, outline size. I'm probably making her arms too big. But I'm saying that out loud so I can fix it. She has claws in the feet too, right? Oh, right, she's got... No, the arms have that detail too. The arms have that, but on the skin, the legs and arms are a different color. So I'm not entirely sure if I'm keeping that detail, because like I said, I want to remake the skin a little bit with my more modern understanding of how colors and stuff work. Especially considering I made... The main thing that I want to change is these, like, whiter spots. These lighter spots, I kind of got rid of them on this version, or rather I only put them above the eyes rather than all over the body. Are they even the same color? They are. I removed them for the most part and only left these sort of darker splotches on the body, and I could, like I said, I want to do that because I think it works better. I initially did try to make it the lighter color, and it looked weird, even though I knew it was skin accurate. I initially wanted to do, like, one of those, you know those pictures of people in Minecraft cosplay, like, passed out at the bottom of the stairs and they've got little props around them that look like they died and dropped all their items? I kind of wanted to do that, but, like, me passed out on the Among Us. But I feel like that would be weird. So now I'm not sure what else. I don't want her to just be sitting there. I want her to be doing something. I just don't know what yet. I do want to have, like, some kind of... I want to have some kind of signature animal. Like, the first thing I was able to get last stream was... Or the last thing I was able to get last stream was the axolotl that I found. The two of them that I found, they're both yellow. I could do something with those. Maybe I could have them, like, chasing each other like cats or something. Ooh, I like that better. Are the claws just black? They are. I do like referencing this, even though... Is it the exact same color that I made it? Yeah, most of this is pretty color accurate. Aside from, like I said, the aforementioned spots on the body. Okay, I could have, like, maybe an arm reaching around. No, that looks weird. I could make, like, a fake Minecraft sign, but that would be super small. Bogus. Hooray. Let me just at least start lining it. I want a more upbeat song. Dang it. This is my fault for constantly... It's all the good music is copyrighted. You know what? This one's... Stop giving me ads. Grr. Hashtag non-sponsored. I didn't give, like, fur on my head. No, I didn't. My only worry is that by making her nose this big, it kind of it gives me koala vibes, and she's not a koala. Hmm. Square limbs. Let me make this like a little bit smaller at the base, or at the bottom. And for those unaware, I do indeed do my sketches with a mouse, with a computer mouse, and then a touch screen for my darker lines. Which I used to only use the mouse, but then I actually, got access to a laptop with a touch screen. So now I've been upgraded. No longer am I nerfed. Give her these long claws for no reason. Ugh! Every day she looks less and less like a Cappy. That's better. Yeah, I mean, that looks correct. We'll have her look at the camera. This isn't, yeah, these are like, the ears are like a unique color, aren't they? Yeah, here they are. It's that shade of brown. I think the first time, I've tried to draw her a couple times, but I always end up giving it too much texture. I remember this is the... I don't know. This is sort of old. I think I tried making her into, like, some kind of standard, more standard kind of Fursona-looking thing, and I hated it. Like, this one just looks like a weird-shaped bear. I changed the color of her claws, too. This is usually the art I reference in terms of, like the colors and secondary colors. You can see that's where I got this shade from, I think. And like I said, it is kind of on here, where it's one color and then sort of accented by a different color. But I didn't make her arms and legs different colors in this one. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. I'm not very consistent with it, but I want to be from this point on. Just because it's... I don't know. It's cuter when it's consistent. And then the little freckles. I think if I was braver, I'd make some kind of texture with these instead of straight lines, but it's consistent and much easier to draw this way, and it doesn't look, like, weird. Does it look like... Yeah, it does kind of look like she's looking at the person looking at it if I do that. Yeah. How small is this in the I really should add more to this picture than just her sitting there. Maybe I'll add, like, a bigger version. Like, in the corner with a big speech bubble that says Hardcore Sunday or something. I don't know. Still spitballing. Actually, wait a minute. Yeah, no, it is that arm. I'm It's so hard to look at this, though, and figure out which ones are which. Oh no, pull on the pirate music. Let me save this so I do not lose it, because I will. Hardcore Sunday. Nailed Medi. There we go. And I can kind of make up whatever the pattern is on her knees and stuff. I can do that. I'll make it symmetrical just for fun. Maybe it's not symmetrical on the other side of the knee, and that'll be my justification. Knee and heel, that's what I'll do. I do think I like that about, like, Minecraft screenshots in general, is when you... Okay, but I blurred this because it's blurry because I resized it, but when you zoom in on them, it all looks like very elaborate pixel art. It's very good. I'm trying to figure out, like, still, like, what my identity is as, like, this... Like, as a streamer. Not that that really needs to be a thing. But I keep getting the idea of sort of being, like, heavily in character with all these little guys. And being, like, not quite role-playing, but definitely, like how certain, like, VTubers will act like, oh, this persona they made for themselves is who they are acting like, and who they have to, legally they have to be them when they're on screen or on set or whatever. On stream is what I mean. I'm wondering if I should make, like, if I could be in character as Abba Baron and be like, oh yes, this reminds me of when I was a kid, and then the village I lived in with my dad, or whatever. Like, I feel like I would get really awkward doing that if I did that. But on another sense, it sounds... part of my brain is telling me that that's an appealing idea, but I don't know if that would, like, help the fact that I'm not really popular at all. I feel like people would click on it, and I like, if my model is not... I've only got, like, the 2 expressions. I don't think that it would be, like, very effective as, like, an act if I'm not, like a full live 2D model like a proper VTuber is. Not that like I said, though, not that I necessarily want to be, like, indistinguishable from one of those. It's just a thought that I keep having. Then I'd be like, what? I'd be just barking when I'm Grapey. That would be stupid. Then again, Grapey's not like a wolf. She's like... Her and the Sage are kind of like both interchangeable in my head in terms of what their purpose is as a Sona. I mostly just use Grapey if it's a situation that's more animal specific versus just, if I'm just me, then I'm, you know, this one that I have right now. Oh, I could maybe give her a drop shadow. That would make it look a little more present in the... Okay, how do I do those? It's like... No. The darkness emanates. Can I move this, like, offset it a little bit and turn the transparency down? Yeah, I mean, kinda. Yeah, and turn transparency down. Yeah, she looks present enough. Present enough, that's not bad. But at a distance, again, it's not super obvious that she's looking at you. That she's looking at the camera, really. That's my fault for taking a screenshot that's, like, that far away. But I don't want to zoom in even more. Like, that would be... Then it would be extra blurry. Bah. This is roughly how big she'd be. What if I just pull up the House 1 full version? There's everybody. Okay, yeah. That's a good music. And then I double check in the comments just to make sure. Yep, we good. I kind of do want to draw, like, the axolotls peeping out from my windows or something. I kind of wanted to have just the window open, and maybe this door open, and then have them, like, stacked in the doorway, like, peeping out. Wait. Maybe I will, actually, draw them peeping out the windows. Just to have more stuff going on. Oh, when I zoomed in, it cut off the spider that was in the background. That's way too big. No, that looks like an insect. That was a bad idea. I could maybe make this fish slightly bigger, but then it would obscure the water puddle that I put it in. I think I will just make, like, a bigger version of my little character in the corner, like exclaiming, like the Hardcore Sunday thing. Put, like, the title up here. Like, like, this is the main draw of this this world that I've made, the freaking Petal Among Us. Let me draft this a little. No circles. What shape did I make her head? It was like... No, it's... I had less eye blaring for a moment. It's like a bigger nose than that. I'm always so bad at, like, I come up with a design. Eh. Oh, yeah, yeah. There we are. I, like, come up with a design and I love it, and then outside of the first time I draw it, I have a hard time drawing it a lot of the time. Turn that up. Okay. This is a diagonal, and then short, actually. There we go. Maybe the problem is I drew the eyes first. I kind of want to have her, like, wide-eyed, actually waving at the camera, maybe? Or is it weird that there's two of her in this shot? Ah. No. Let's put it like a... I keep debating giving her like a little stubby tail, but I don't think capybaras actually have like discernible tails. Or at least... That's the that's the practically tailless. No, they have a vestigial. It's vestigial, right? That's what I figured. I didn't really draw her from behind a lot, so I could give her a little square tail, but again, I think that makes her look too much like other animals than the capybara she's supposed to be. In the sort of transition, in the transition toward being a PNG tuber, she sort of she's not as clear a capybara. I guess I took creative liberties, made her a little bit more fuzzy than the skin makes her look. Made her ears bigger. That's one thing I'm terrible at when I draw characters. I'm terrible at making their ears consistent size. And I realized I made an error. It's supposed to be like that shaped chin. Her side of her head looks like that. There we go. Easy fix. should be the opposite, just whatever side is facing the camera is the one that has the, like, the bang, makes it the one that's bangs. Oop, did that again. Yeah. Although another idea that I had for thumbnails was like since I have a couple different like little sonas depending on the situation, like whoever is like the actual one that I use in whatever video it is will be the one that's like in like whatever setting, but then I have like the other three or however many like sort of off to the side announcing it like, oh, here, it's her turn. Like in like a little like crowded bubble in the corner, I would have like, but I feel like that's not as visually clear to someone just scrolling past it that's like, oh, what are these three doing here? What are those three about? It's fun having multiple sonas, but then I ask myself philosophical quandaries like, meh. I do like the sort of down-up thing I did, at very least. I really do want to make one for my Path of Titans Rampharingus, but I still don't think I'm ever going to be able to properly stream that. Unless I stream it from my husband's computer, and even though there's nothing technically wrong with me doing that, it just, I don't know, I'm hesitant. I'm always hesitant about things. Is that paprika? It is paprika. Mm-hmm. I feel like I should move this eye down a little bit. Yeah, that looks better. It's such a bizarre sentence, but I feel like she's not square enough, because capybara are square animals, but I don't really know how to make a Minecraft skin look like more squarely rotund, I guess is the only way I could think to describe it. Ninja's cute, but without, I feel like she just looks like some kind of some kind of unidentified animal without the context. Yeah, if I do, I would love to give her a tail, but it's too, she looks more just like a bear or something if I do that. Already the claws kind of throw it off, but I can't just not have them. Ugh. I can make it like... Actually, wait, I can check how I actually did the blanks in the VTuber folder itself. I just made them straight lines, right? But, like... if they were like that, they wouldn't be... it wouldn't be jarring, I don't think. I could make her winking. Ugh. Oh, ooh, cool viewer. This isn't really so much an art request stream. This is me making thumbnails for future streams. And I've read Warriors, but it was like ages and ages ago. I think I stopped around like the end of Power of Three because I remember something from it, but after seeing a recap video, I don't recognize the ending. And I'm not really good at drawing things without hair anyway. I mean, I did technically draw some of the cats from my clan gen, if I can pull that open. Sort by date. I mean, I've drawn cats. I just don't think I'm super good at it. And like I said, it's not really an art request. It's not really a request stream. If I get like a cat in my hardcore world, I'll add that to the thumbnail, I guess. Maybe I'll add like a little splash around her so that it's clear that she's not actually part of this scene. I guess I'll just draw this and then hope I like it when it's lined, because sometimes that happens. No, if it's not connected, it looks weird. She still looks like a weird little koala or just some kind of Ursidae of some variety. How did I do it? No, they were all off. It was like a 1, 2, and 3. Alright. I mean, I do take art commissions, I guess. Not very frequently, just because I don't know, I don't get many, but I do take them. Because I like drawing. And I like drawing fan art. I like drawing for other people a whole lot. But I'm realizing that it's not super sustainable. That doesn't really look like a smile. It's not sustainable to do that constantly. Is that a smile? It's a silly one, I'll go with it. You know what, I'll add this song to my, my stream playlist, because I like these. This is my favorite. I keep needing to remind myself that I can't whistle because it's shrill apparently on the live. She is so silly looking. Absolute cartoon of a beast. Nope. It's weird that I've decided to... I don't know. It feels weird to sort of... I think I've said before, a lot of the times I view, like, sonas that I've made for myself kind of more as, like, OCs with that specific purpose, I guess. But it's weird that I haven't really, like... They're all kind of feminine looking, even though I don't really think of myself that way anymore. But I don't really feel the need to change them away from that. And I've given some of them my own labels anyway, just... I guess it's just not that important to me, what they look like. Or, no, that's not true either. It's like... It's hard to really explain how I feel about it. She's so cartoony looking. Okay, it's one long point, and then a small point with... But because this is her facing the other way, it's small then long. Now that makes it look like her head's floating. That's Oleander. I don't want to cover the Among Us. If it's fast, it does have a point. Okay. I kind of want to... That's a little better. Goofy design. I'm sorry. Did I wake you up? Oh, my kitty cat. Soulless empty eyes. Okay, it's like up and then a down triangle, parallel with the line of the other part of the nose. And now that I've added the pupil to this design, it kind of feels soulless without it, even though that's what it is in the game. And then it was on both corners, sides. Hello, Dragon V Knight. I'm drawing a thumbnail for the screenshot I took at the end of the last stream. Don't ask me why this is the second one. I think I'm gonna put like a little like splash, like effect around her to make it clear there's not just two of her here. And she's gonna be, like, pointing at, like, the title. I'm trying to figure out what other... I need one of, like... One of my other Sonas doing a little, like, sketch for the drawing streams, like this one. I'm really sorry I'm young. I don't really... this isn't an art request stream. I'm sure I'll do one sometime later, maybe, but... I'm not really, like... Right now, that's not really what I'm doing this stream. Sorry, I'm sorry. She's facing the other way, so I can actually decide what kind of pattern she has on this one. How about, like... And that's got, like, a... Where's the videos for the other tracks? Add that to that playlist. Oh, this one. This one's Woodlands. I worry now that I'm putting spots on her. Too many spots on her. I don't want it to be like... You know what, I'll like... move it down a little. That way it's not as weird looking. Then handily fill that in. Yeah, now they don't look like top scars or something. What did I do for her legs over here? Oh, it was like knees and ankles. That's what it was. Too small, actually. Oh, what are you doing, kitty cat? Do I have to take a break? Are you telling me to pay attention to you instead of my stream? I'm sorry, but that's what everybody wants. That's what all my pets want. I shouldn't be baby talking. This is encouraging you. Please don't bark during my stream, please. I think with these I'm not as super dedicated to being super symmetrical, just because, I mean, the legs aren't any part of the, aren't really part of the little PNG, of course. Eh? Oh, there we go. What is on the side? Yeah! Yeah. It's always annoying when it's a different color on my phone than it is on my screen. My phone kind of makes everything look a bit more, like, warm compared to my laptop screen. I don't know why I need to keep going into the other tab. Just letting you guys know, if my dog does start throwing a fit, I do have to, like, put the BRB screen back on and go help him, because I don't really have... Yeah. There's nobody else here who can. I'm hoping that he doesn't throw a fit. But if it happens, I will be having to step out for a minute. Actually, how do I do it in the nose? Yeah, it was like that. And the mouth's open here. Oh, I never filled in the... Did I really never? What did I do on this side? It was just... Oop. There we go. Okay, I know I want to, like, I can take an easy, it's easy for me to take a screenshot of my, Cobblemon world, if I ever do, Cobblemon stuff, for, like, with Goodra there, peeking through the door, for a Cobblemon stream thumbnail, but I'm trying to think of what I want to do for an art stream. I honestly kind of want to just have Sage and, Grapey sort of, like, on the floor coloring with crayons. That'd be cute, I think. I think that would be cute. Alright, and then I was gonna add some kind of... I could put the, like, hardcore hearts on my little thing, but I feel like reasonably, logistically, that would probably be on the back of the cape rather than the front. How about I don't have a picture of the hardcore hearts, actually. Let me look up those and get, like, a reference. Yeah, they got like the evil eyes. Bwarp. That's large. I'll just like move it over here and then like... I can actually just take these colors and get an airbrush. Make it really big. That, but the... Oh, I gotta make sure that you can actually see her talons and stuff. Oh, I could make it like... How about I go like... The back is... Okay. The back of it is black, maybe? And then as you get... And then as you get closer to the outside, it becomes more of this reddish color. What if I like Gaussian blur this? No, I need to blend the colors better is what it is. How about I go like... And then underneath that, I make a sort of diffusion of... That's not a word. That's not the word I'm thinking of. Duplicate it. Put that underneath. Actually, no, I can probably just Gaussian blur this one. I'm like covered, surrounded by a splash of blood or something. People hardcore with like the in the Minecraft font with the creeper A and use the If I put it like little hearts above her head or something, that'd be cute or silly. I'll just put this in the corner for a second and just make the text first. This would be easier if I gave her thumbs. The prairie. There we go. Did I turn off her shadow? Oopsie. Okay, let me make a text. Excuse me, sorry. How big can I make this without it being absurd? Oh. I need to be big and readable for a thumbnail, don't I? I actually know a way to make this, okay, this is complicated, but I can make it work. If I turn off all the layers but that one, then I can make another layer, and then click the Merge All button, exclude the one, automatically will exclude the ones that are turned off. So then this I can edit as, like, its own thing. Which lets me... Let me save this, in case I hate what this ends up looking like. Then I can go like this. And then fill them back in myself. Or actually, I can just sort of... If I duplicate this a bunch... Nah, let's... I can go like this, make these really chunky looking. Pretend that's intentional. It's probably is. Okay, and then I turned this off. And then I go like this. And then delete all the stuff that I don't want. Okay, and then I can click this, and then I can go like... I don't know if that necessarily looks better. What if I go like... Ooh. I do like that. I don't know if it's readable, though. I mean, I don't know if these texts are still big enough. Whatever, I can do this, and then just maybe size them up myself. And big them, the embiggening. I don't want to cover up my little character. Okay, yeah, that's... I wasn't gonna keep the hardcore heart, but I kind of like it. Actually, I want to stylize it. This is... I like the way this is turning out. I do like the way this is turning out. Minecraft Hardcore Sundays. Sunday. Yeah, I can stylize this hardcore heart. Let's make this like 30 point. Oh. Maybe I'll shrink this down. The pen I'm using. Yeah, let me, what's the color underneath that? That's like it's this one. Okay. Maybe I'll get the airbrush. No, I'll do this still like a Gaussian blur. What if I like instead just also color the outside of the heart that way? It's more iconic as like a dark color. See, I don't know if this is professional looking, but I do like the way it looks. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I like that. I like how that turned out. What is this layer? I don't know what that is, but I'm too scared of removing it. Save as. There we go. Awesome. I like how that turned out. I like that. Alright, I'm gonna brainstorm what else I wanted to do for thumbnails, but I'm quickly gonna go put it on the BRB screen because I do have to help my dog. Because he's being very polite and not barking, but he is whining a lot. Mwah, good puppy. Alright, be right back, guys.
Soresto.
Oh, thank you. I didn't notice I was muted. I realized... Ah, dang it, all my commentary. Thank you for telling me. I need to open up a picture with both of them. I could just open them individually. Yeah, these two are cute. It's not the same shade of purple on them both, is it? No, obviously not. Hers is kind of tips into reddish, but Grapey's is fully bluish. Which is weird, considering I consider the Sage to be, like, my main, like, Sona character. And I prefer bluish purples to orangish purples. I'm gonna say again, I'm glad that you like my art, presumably, if you're asking for requests, but this isn't really a request stream. I think the next art stream I do might be a request stream, provided it's stuff that I know how to draw, but I know what warrior cats are. I've read the books ages ago, some of them. But I don't really do art requests, or at least not right now. This is me doing stuff for, like, stream resources. I don't really want to stop doing, like, productive stream resource thing to do an art request that I don't have a lot of confidence in. And again, I'm glad that you seem to like my art if you're asking for it, but right now these are stream resources that I'm drawing today. If maybe next time when I do an art request stream, if you pop in then I'll try doing that, but right now I'm not doing art requests. Okay, up, down, down. Though I do, on my my Tumblr blog, take commissions. So one way guaranteed to make me draw something you asked me to draw would be to pay me to do it, which is like, I don't know, most artists I think are like that. It's like, #1 way to get more fanfiction is to leave comments.
Old Spice writers
Don't give me an ad. Oh right, I was supposed to... Oh yeah, I'm doing... Hi Soul. Oh, you're almost home, I think. That's what I was doing today. I forgot you asked me that I was gonna draw a thing, but I drew a thumbnail. See? A thumbnail for my hardcore streams. This time, I'm making a thumbnail right now for the art streams next, is what I'm doing. Really happy with how this thumbnail turned out, though. It's very fun. It's fun and cute, and I've got tiny, to scale Ebba Baron in the bottom, sitting in front of my Among Us. It was very helpful that this villager happened to be in frame and helped me get her to scale. Once I'm not streaming, I'll draw what you wanted me to draw, alright? Right now I'm doing stream resources, because I think those are, you know, helpful to have. Boy. Although I will open up the thing you said so that I can look at it later. This entity you asked me for, I will do that later. Once I'm not streaming, because I feel like I'm gonna be really frustrated, and I don't know if I want to draw while I'm frustrated live. Oh. Distant dog shouting. And that's when we close the door, so that I don't hear him making noise. Yay. Maybe she can, like, have her paw kind of like, mwah. Yep. I'm so bad at drawing faces from, like, a profile. Ah! And the specter symbol goes like... Ooh, it wasn't supposed to be looping.
You built.
I'm bad at drawing Sage's weird little insignia from like any angle but front facing. Why did I make a Sona that's so difficult to draw? She's easier to draw than the last one, I'm pretty sure. Than the last iteration, but like... still. At very least I'm drawing Grapey first. I'm lining Grapey first. Just because she's easier to draw. And her redesign was entirely to make her easier to draw. Sage's was to make it look, I don't know, more coherent, I guess? And more nice to look at. Alright, hers actually is just one. It's weird, when I redesigned her, I did not give her these funny ears, but like literally every single time after that I've drawn her, despite like referencing it, I'm pretty sure that I have given her those ears, and I don't know why, off the top of my head, I've done that. Yeah, this is the original. They weren't nearly as curly in this first iteration that I drew, but every single other one after that, I've drawn them curly, because they make me think of grapes more. And I don't know why. Honestly, it looks more like a fleur-de-lis than grapes, but than a grapevine, but whatever. Oop. Okay, how do I draw her with her paw? It's like... Okay, no, it's like this. When it's from front facing, I have the other two. And I gave them, yeah, little beams. Chef's kiss. Do they really? There's a reason I always draw her, like, front-facing. Actually, I'm pretty sure I have drawn her from the side before. Let me look. I'm sure I have. I just don't remember what I did. Okay, this is the only other time I've done it. Okay. You can tell, but just because of how weird it looks. I can reference that, I guess. Wait. Although I think she's, I mean, part of the point of her design is that she's supposed to look like an obvious self-insert character. Because she is, but like... it's supposed to sort of contrast with a different character in the setting, who is also a self-insert, but not an obvious one. It's supposed to sort of contrast of like, oh, when you're... Like different kinds of creativity at different ages can coexist, and all forms of... and all art is good art, because you made it, kind of thing. Kind of self-righteous me over here. Actually, let me draw the arm after. And this... Actually, let me draw this from the front. It's like... Ooh, the Grand Return. Yeah, because it's supposed to be sort of... The S is supposed to sort of wrap all the way around her body. If I can pull up the original ref picture that I made for her, that is kind of... I don't know, bad looking with her hair. I've been bettering how I do the hair after that, after I made this first picture, but like it's supposed to be this little S that sort of wraps around her back and then comes around the other side in the little three-pronged tail thing. And I kind of just draw her lower half and whatever. Eh? What do you mean? In what context are you asking? Oh, Pisces, Pisces. It's supposed to be a contrast. technically, I don't know if the forms are... I don't even know if calling them sage forms is really accurate anymore. Maybe aspects is better. I don't really technically consider them self-inserts. They're just OCs that... I mean, the closest one to being a self-insert is probably Alfrano, but, like... Again, I don't really know if I count that, because, like, they've kind of evolved... Because even back then, I was still playing a character. I wasn't just being myself. I made up a little persona for her. And it's gonna look kind of weirdly contrasty until I actually color everything in.
Hey, Meta.
Grumpy one. Do you, I mean... Oops. Do you mean a Firefly? Because I don't really consider her... I don't think Grumpy is necessarily her main character trait. I'm pretty sure Traumatized is her... No, that's mean. The one that's the grumpiest is Firefly, I'm pretty sure. But even then, I think it's just more in contrast with the rest of them, who she's just more serious than the rest of them are. Not necessarily that she's, like, grumpy, she's just... Because of what she's been through, she's, compared to the others, she's pretty serious, that's all. No, it's... No, that's all her colors. I mean, I can pull up the image I made of her. Like, I don't really... Did I put them in... I put them in their own folder. Yeah, I did. I mean, yeah, I did make a little picture of her being grumpy at the bottom, but, like... I think when I describe her, she doesn't... This is probably not the mental image most people would have when I describe her. She's, like, entirely pale-colored with the heterochromia. It's fun. I do like her. I really need to define the difference between, like, light mage and what she is, because she's not a light mage. It's a whole different thing. I mean, literally, the Firefly and Pisces were both, like, cellmates. I mean, they weren't in the same cell, but, like, they were in the same prison. Like, they were the only people they talked to. That's their whole thing. Is that the whole thing with Firefly and Pisces is that literally, like, through all the trauma, because Pisces actually been there longer than Firefly has, and that's, like, Firefly's driving force to getting them both out, because she cannot stand the idea of Pisces being in there longer than she has to be, and because if it was just her, she had almost lost hope. But then, like, Pisces gives her that hope back, and gives her something to fight towards and work towards. And so from then on, like, by the time Firefly gets there, she's like, Pisces sort of slipped into acceptance and developing something like a Stockholm Syndrome with the Hunter, because she can tell that he's being, like, hesitant every time he tortures her, which is, I know, a heck of a statement. But, like, it's true. Hunter is hesitant to actually hurt Pisces as much, just because of, like, he doesn't consider Pisces to be one of the people that is actually stopping him from his goal or anything. It's complicated. But... like, essentially, Firefly shields Pisces from the rest of the hurt while she's there. And so Pisces has it, like, a million times easier after Firefly gets there, because Firefly is, like, forcefully, like, anytime Hunter is there, she aggressively gets his attention onto her instead. And it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Like, they're interesting characters, and I care about them a lot. Even though I have not written anything with them together in it. It's one of those things that I really do want to, like, delve on in Wolf and Tiger, like, have a scene with them together. Because, like, they both kind of light up. They both kind of light up in each other's presence. It's a fun thing. And I don't really necessarily even think I'd call it, like, romantic or anything adjacent to that. It's... It's its own thing. It's its own thing that I have a hard time defining. Ah, oops, wrong layer. Oop, wrong color. There we go. Alright, I need to... Ugh. Like, the whole thing with the Hunter is that he went back in time to sort of stop these quote-unquote heroes from coming together to stop him. But it's one of those, like, recursive things where, oh, because he did that, because he went back in time, it sort of was what drew them to, like, you know, form before his proper appearance in the first place. It's like... It's recursive. But he doesn't remember Pisces. He doesn't know from his future about Pisces because, obviously, in the future, after that, they do everything in their power to keep Pisces away from him. So, like, when he goes back in the past, and she stumbles upon his manor, and gets, like, snatched in, he sort of knows of her. He can sort of tell in her, like, aura or spirit or whatever that she is related somehow to the sage, but he does not perceive her as someone who is like, this is one of my mortal enemies. His nature is to hurt, so he hurts her, but, like, he kind of feels weird about it, and it's the only one he's ever hurt that he's felt guilty about, and Pisces can just tell. And it's hard for her to, like, articulate why. She can tell, she just can. It's definitely Silence. No, Pisces is the biggest, because, I mean, they're roughly all the same size as the animals they are, and tigers are way bigger than wolves, but I'm trying to think of if Grapier or Silence is bigger. I mean, that's kind of a question for you. Do you think that, Silence is stocky? Like, I can pull up both of the reference images now that I've remade them. Since I've remade them recently-ish. Nope, not again. If I open up Sage Shoulder again. Like, between the two of these, which of these looks like they'd be the bigger animal? Because honestly, I don't really see, like, Grapey is especially large. I feel like she's average size. The question is, do you think Silence is average size for what he is? Are Spectre Wolves bigger? Okay. I mean, I kind of imagine, like, Pisces having this, like, big thing of fluff on the back of her neck, whereas his fluff is kind of spread out. Anyway, I'm working. Hi, dog. I mean, they're both kind of lanky. I mean, you saw how I drew her legs. He's got, like, shorter legs than I drew her with. So maybe he's, like, shorter, but, like, longer, maybe? I know, Grapey looks longer with her tail. I mean, comparing them directly, it does look like Pisces has, I mean, Grapey has the longer tail. There's too many names. I need to... Sidetracking me while I'm drawing important important art for my streams. I need to draw her arms after I'm done with this, just because. Okay, I drew her with, like, her hand on her hip once, I think. I think it was in my commission thing? Yeah, I kind of did that. Because I draw her with kind of paw claws occasionally. I'm bad at arms. Really bad at arms.
If you hate constantly being swarmed by ads.
In general, I'm just kind of bad at drawing hands, but I think that's part of the reason I made Sage in general, just to get better at stuff. I mean, that's kind of what Silence is, isn't he? They're like ambush predator wolves that can camouflage themselves into like their environment. Like, I think it's hard for somebody who can just turn invisible to hunt to be anything but like a little bit intimidating. Whereas Grapey is just intended to be a different form for her. So they're not like individuals. I'm just drawing them here for that, like that, because it's like... Because it's... I'm just drawing them here like that, because it's fun. Because it's fun. I don't know. Like, a lot of the images with them are just gonna be, like, them making the same expression, because they are the same person. But, like, I mean, I used to have Sage have powers that she could split herself into two and then transform into her different forms and to talk to each other or something, and that's the original thing with the Sage forms, is that they're, like, cursed to share her body. And so she, like, manages to split herself apart so that they can, like, all transform and be quote-unquote individuals that way. But lately I'm thinking that's kind of dumb. So I figured that, like, maybe they were cursed to be in her form for a bit, and then she figures out how to undo it. But these two are just... This is just a form that she adopted. This is the first form she took before she could even, like, take this form. It's a whole thing. Okay, how did I do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, they kinda... Brr. And the energy that Sage has is too cryptic for her own good, I'll be real. That's the whole point of her, is that she knows things, but, like, I think I said before, she's a narrative device disguising itself as a character, whereas, like, it's complicated, and I don't really want to talk about it on a random art stream.
Aveeno introduces new daily moisturizing cream.
Shut up. Shut up, ads. She's not a prankster. I don't know where you're getting the idea that she's a prankster from. Like, she's, like, cryptic, and she doesn't always feel like it makes sense to tell people things. She gives as much exposition as is needed for, like, situations, and will willingly talk about them. Like, for as much information as she physically can without it being, like, what she considers, like, oversharing or too much information for the plot kind of deal. She's not really a prankster, though. Like, I feel like she leaves that up to other people. Maymao is the prankster. Actually, is she? Is Maymao a prankster? Dude, I don't know. You're... I'm losing the plot, thank you. Now I have to draw Sage's hair. Everyone's favorite thing to do. Draw Sage's hair. And the problem is that I don't actually have on any of these ref sheets, like, the flat colors that her hair are. The hair that her hair is. So every single time... Wait a minute, actually, let me save this before something happens. Literally, the only picture I have that has all of those colors in the actual colors that I use is this old picture with her old design after I saw the first Sonic movie. Literally, this is the picture that I used for that. And it kind of annoys me that I did that, because it's kind of bothersome. But I really need to actually add color splotches. You know what? I'm doing that literally right now so I can stop opening this picture. Let me open up Sage Ref and put in the corner the color blobs, because it's kind of like... Oh, hi, Gummy Bear. I hear you. Oh, dang it, I closed the wrong one. Oh, Gummy Bear. Little kitty cat meowing at me. There we go. Now I save that, and I no longer have to open that old design thing with me screaming. But great. Cool.
We have high.
Fair mattered.
I keep clicking the wrong button. There we go. I'll just put this one on loop. I think after this thumbnail, the stream will be done, I think. Okay, I get the sharp pen, make it big, and then go like... Maybe smaller than that a little bit. No, smaller than that. How about just flat 100? That's good. Like, I want it to look like... Yeah, oopsie. That I know it played for like all of 2 seconds, but that was the song. Identifiable song. It's a great game. It's the best game ever made. Hi, Monarch. I didn't know you were there. Hi. I was hoping the cats would share the chair again, but nah. I don't know if there's necessarily a consistent way I draw Sage's hair. I just kind of go on vibes. Oh, hi, meow meow. Gummy Bear. Little baby girl. I don't think, as established, she is a narrative device pretending to be a character. She doesn't have opinions on stuff like that. That's one of those things where, like, people, if she was asked that question, she would make up an opinion on the spot. This is just what she looks like. In fact, those things specifically are not the kinds of things that would be brought up, because she is in Mythcree, where everybody else is like some kind of funny little animal. The main questions are usually, why are you upright, and why does your nose look like that? Like, not, why don't you have eyebrows, because most Mythcreans don't have eyebrows anyway. Most of them have ears, and she probably would be like, I don't know why I don't have ears. Like, that's one of those things that's just not, like, something that she would think about. She's not really real, so she doesn't have an opinion. This one kind of looks like a pompadour kind of looking thing. Okay, I think that's good. Let me Gaussian blur that. Too much. Yeah, that's about right. And now I make the canvas, which is probably going to be super minimalist, aside from, like, it's just going to be them doodling stuff. Hi! Gummy Bear, I'm almost done with my stream. Oh, do you want to say hi? Hi, do you want me to pick you up? Probably no, see? I didn't think so. I'll do it anyway. Oh, yes? Want to say hi to the stream? Little baby girl? Girlie. Bugaboo. Okay, bye-bye. I don't know if the meow was picked up by the... Okay, it's like this is the color background I usually use. And then I get like a... What do you do? Oh, you got the hornet nail again? Oh, do you want me to throw it? Oh, okay. My cat plays fetch. Get on my level. Let's see. 1, 2... 5 is good. That's barely anything, actually. I'll just guesstimate. Who cares? A little bit less than that. A little bit less than that. That's a little bit less. There we go. And now I just add a bunch of little doodles and then a big caption. Actually, I'll make the big caption first. Let's make this... How about I just, like... Make that some kind of purple, I think, actually. Text, 15, make that text even bigger. Actually, I should make this a lighter purple, just so it's, like, more visible. Yeah. And this is a thumbnail, so I have to make it really big and visible. Okay, is that... You know what? I think that's big and visible enough. How big was it in my other thumbnail? Let's see. Gummy Bear, what are you doing? She's playing with the windshield again. This feels like an actually, like, good... I'm, like, really proud of how this turned out, honestly. So I need to think of, like... I think that's good and visible. Maybe I could do the thing that I did with that other one, and just, like... Okay, give me a second. Gotta switch the song again. This is... She's playing with the blinds. This is the long super edit. Okay, sure. This is like 10 minutes. Okay. Oh, right. I should probably do that. There we are, arms attached now. Oh. I could do what I did this one where it's like white that bleeds into it. Bum, 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 bum. Oops. Accidentally opened the Minecraft launcher. I do like the way that these kinds of gradients look, to be honest. If I stretch it. No, that makes it less readable, I think. I can make it bigger, though. Okay, now I just need to draw a bunch of silly little crayon doodles. Whoa. Oh, I know what I can draw. I can draw little crayon doodles of the other fruit fam. Okay, I'll just draw them in the order. In, I guess, age order? Family order? Let me just open them all. That'd be a cute thing to draw. And I don't know the other two's names. or the other two's ages off the top of my head, so I'll just do this last. Actually, I don't even... I guess all their colors are in the, Oh! Oh no! Cat's fighting in the chair! What are you doing? Uh-oh. I'll just open them in whatever order. I don't really care. I can do it if I want to. I mean, I kind of stretched them in the Minecraft... the Minecraft picture too, but it didn't really matter. I wasn't taking it too seriously. Okay, and then for the crayons, I could do this fun thing with this pencil that kind of has like a rough little edge, so it kind of looks kind of like crayons to me anyway. Let me transparency down just so I can know what parts of them are covered and which ones aren't. Oopsie, I turned it. Oh, I don't want them to be too big because then there won't be any room. Well, there. It's just a, yeah. And then I like turn this down to like 5 and then go. Whenever I do like fake crayon drawings, this is always the tool I use. I don't care if there's little errors, because I like doing, like, in-character characters drawing. I usually do this kind of, like, sketchy look where it's imperfect. Okay. That's enough of him. I'll put him all the way over here. It doesn't matter too much how much they're visible, really. Okay. Tim. They're like chocolate wings. Bum, bum, bum. He's got little strawberry spots on him. Okay. Okay, that's the end of that playlist again. I wish. I'm gonna look for songs in the big playlist that I don't just have. That I haven't just listened to already, because... Yeah, I mean, again, I mostly picked it just because it was a good color. Ooh. There we go. I keep accidentally clicking the next thing button instead of the mute button so I can mute the ads. That. Now her. Oop. Oh, I didn't actually get her eye color. In that version. Actually, I really should. It should be like the middle color for them. there's you. How did I do this? It was like a... And these are very informal ones, so these aren't exactly exact or anything. How is it? You got like a... What's your nose? It's black, right? Oop, I keep opening the things wrong. Let's see. Alright. Uh-oh. Oh, I traded this. Oh wait, no, it does. It just goes like that. It doesn't actually go down here. That's his nose. Even if it's not visible, I'm drawing the ears. Just... Oh, right, it's like a... Okay, so then there's just... Oh, there's still 3 left. Am I running out of space? What if I make them all a little bit smaller? Tiny hamster time.
You.
Oh, a lot of these are unlisted. That's interesting. Weirdly, I think this is one of my favorites of the ones that I made. and it's just Mother Dearest and Sister Dearest. Both of them are gonna end up behind. I could move Peachy behind me, behind my hair a little bit. Okay, if she's there, how visible is she behind the hair? I mean, enough that you can tell. No, I'll put my mom behind the camera, behind the hair. That's what it is. First of all, I made her way too big. What color did I make her eyes? Real quick. This color. What the? This ending sound like clown music. Ugh. That is what her ears look like, right? Yeah. No, actually, it only has the 1 point. Dang. Cover up the fail. It doesn't matter, it's gonna be hidden behind this anyway. It's gonna be hidden behind the hair anyway. Now, the last one. Yeah, most of it's covered up by the hair. The fate of anybody with this big hair in the way. You know what, I need to, like... Boy. I'm just gonna have this one on loop until I'm done, because this is the last thing I have to draw. And then I can take an art break. This one's not gonna... Oh, no, they do. This little peachy eyes kind of show up fine on this picture. It's... I don't care if they don't show up, I'm drawing this bit anyway. Okay. I wonder if, like, the Among Us and the hardcore thumbnail is gonna make people click on it or make people not click on it on purpose. These are, like I said, intentionally very rough looking. Because that's almost always how I depict characters drawing stuff in real life. Like, in a image like this, I always depict them like that. Actually, let me make the eyes the darker color on this picture. How about this one? Yay! How about, just to make this a little bit more visible, I put like a little, do that thing I do where I make the little drop shadow kind of with the Gaussian blur. There we go. Save. And just to make this contrast a little bit, like, not be super, like, to derive from these two in the image, because these are the focal point, I'll do that. There we go. Thumbnail. Art. Stream. Ah! Oh wait, this one doesn't count anymore. Delete. There we go. Thumbnail. Art. Stream. There we go. Yay! And with that, I think I am done, because that... Oh, my bones hurt from sitting in this chair for so long. Nearly 3 hours, just like the Minecraft stream. Well, that was fun. That was fun. Thank you to everybody who joined. I will see... Alright, I'll see you guys next time, whenever that is. Still not sure. I think I might try to do some Cobblemon tomorrow or the day after, but I kind of need to make a thumbnail for Cobblemon specifically, because that's Goodrare. Maybe I'll make a another Goodrare thumbnail for the fusion request days that I do. Whatever. This was fun. Glad everybody was here that could be. See you guys later.